Anglo-Saxon? Really? The Saxony is a part of Germany, as were the Angles. They were people from Germany. The last Anglo-Saxon king was Harold Godwinson. He was defeated at the Battle of Hastings in 1066. But why am I talking about this? Well, yesterday's show, I talked about dog whistle politics and how Mitt Romney isn't afraid to talk in code to appeal to the racist whack jobs in his party who really think President Obama was born in Kenya. That's, by the way, a majority of Fox News viewers. Or that he's somehow a foreigner. Well, just as I was saying those words yesterday, the Romney campaign was taking a deep breath and getting ready to give another really loud toot on the old dog whistle. As reported yesterday in the British newspaper, the Daily Telegraph, a Romney campaign advisor told Telegraph reporter John Swain that Mitt Romney will have better relations with the UK than President Obama. Why? Well, mainly because one of President Obama's parents was black. Here's the exact quote from the Romney campaign advisor as reported by the Telegraph. Quote, we, presumably meaning this white guy who's speaking and Mitt Romney, we are part of an Anglo-Saxon heritage, and Romney feels that the special relationship is special. The White House, that would be that black guy in the White House, the White House doesn't fully appreciate the shared history we have. As Swain writes about the comment, this is the author of the Telegraph, the reporter for the British newspaper. He says, in remarks that may prompt accusations of racial insensitivity, one suggested that Mr. Romney was better placed to understand the depth of ties between the two countries than Mr. Obama, whose father was from Africa, who he never really knew, by the way. But even if he did, I mean, so what? Maybe it could be called racially insensitive because one of the main definitions of Anglo-Saxon means blonde-haired people from the German state of Saxony who conquered the British Isles. Thousands, it's, 1,500 years ago? It's incredible. So to prove just how white and Anglo-Saxon he is, Mitt Romney today, I believe, is going to return to the UK the Winston Churchill bust that George W. Bush used to display in the Oval Office. It was on loan from the British. You know, because people whose parents came from Africa just can't appreciate Winston Churchill, and one of them is in the White House now. Hint, hint. Have you noticed what color his skin is? Romney arrived in London today on his Anglo-Saxon appreciation tour and met with British Prime Minister David Cameron. The UK is currently mired. That's not even a strong enough word. It's being wiped out by a deep double-dip recession thanks to David Cameron's austerity policies, which are, by coincidence, the exact same insane austerity politics that Mitt Romney and the Republicans want to bring to the United States. This is an austerity that makes banksters like Romney and Barclays much richer, but screws average working people so much so that working people have been protesting in the streets of London, well, actually all across the UK, all across Europe, for months. And such austerity hits young people and minorities particularly hard. Let's face it, from here until November, Mitt Romney is going to be using dog whistle politics, either through bashing President Obama's foreign dark-skinned heritage or through promoting Romney's own white-skinned Anglo-Saxon heritage. By the way, you know, the Anglo-Saxons are the blondes, right? So why would a guy with dark hair be promoting the blondes? Like there's some sort of a master race or something, like, you know, why would a dark-haired guy be saying that? Oh, so that's happened before? Shane, really? Some guy said that back, 60 years ago, was it? Something like that. Another dark-haired guy with a funny mustache? Anyhow, Romney is out here proclaiming his white-skinned Anglo-Saxon heritage, all in an effort to speak to the racists in his party who do turn out and do vote in large numbers. Keep in mind, it was the racist vote that helped Ronald Reagan win the White House. It was the racist vote that helped George W. Bush win the White House with the Willie Horton ads, Ronald Reagan kicking off his campaign in Philadelphia, Mississippi, where the civil rights workers were murdered. If Romney hoped that he blows the dog whistle loud enough, well, it's not even an if. He does. I mean, it is. Yeah, this is beyond the point of speculation. I mean, yesterday I was sort of speculating. It's so obvious. But he's apparently hoping that he can do that and that his own genuinely foreign ties are going to remain hidden. All right, who's the real foreigner here? Mitt Romney has more offshore bank accounts than Carmen Sandiego. I don't know how many Carmen Sandiego. You get the joke. Or the fact that he's got working for him now 2 lobbyists and campaign bundlers who are agents of foreign governments. The most recent one just came out today. Tom Loeffler, Center for American Progress reports, is a paid agent of a foreign government, earning a paycheck to, quote, protect, promote, assist, and develop Hong Kong's, as in the communist China city, Hong Kong, Hong Kong's economic and trade interests in the United States of America, end quote. Or the fact that one of Romney's biggest supporters, Sheldon Adelson, a Macau casino tycoon who's pledged to spend more than $100 million helping Romney, is, well, shall we say, people are saying he has business dealing with Chinese triads, the Chinese mafia. President Obama is not a foreigner. He was born in America, raised in America, went to school in America, has devoted his life to public service in America. The other day, by the way, I said I thought he'd gone to public schools. Turns out he did go to some private schools. His grandparents worked really hard to pay for that. But they weren't the hoity-toity ones that Romney went to. Anyhow, but Romney knows he can pick up a few million more votes if he blows the dog whistle to get across one simple message to the racist voters. And that is that Romney's going to bring a white man's touch back to the White House. We all need to keep pointing out these appeals to twisted hatred that lie just under the surface. We all need to be working to put an end to dog whistle politics in America. You know, yeah, I get it. The Willie Horton ads helped George Herbert Walker Bush win the presidency. The dog whistle politics worked. Given a speech in Philadelphia, Mississippi to kick off his campaign, helped Ronald Reagan get elected. Dog whistle politics worked. Richard Nixon used his Southern strategy. Dog whistle politics. In every Republican presidential campaign, you've seen dog whistle politics working. Let's not make this the next one.